What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are picking things up on the Prelude with the interior swap. Swap doesn't even sound like the right terminology anymore because all I'm really doing is changing everything that is blue over to black. So, oof. I definitely need to put some gas in the tank. But right now what we're gonna do is take the Prelude over to Advanced Auto Parts to go pick up some spray paint, actually some dye to start dyeing some of this plastic. I only picked up a couple cans actually, just because I want to try this stuff out first. I initially wanted to go with a company called SEM, and they make a paint can with a color called Landau Black, and it's just notorious for being a great interior color for automotive stuff. Probably don't need the music right now. It's just known for being a great automotive interior color. It looks really good, and apparently it sprays really nice. That stuff costs about $16 to $20 per can. I finally just gave up on that and decided I want to just try something on the cheaper side. I'm going to go with the Duplicolor. I've seen a lot of videos of guys that have a lot of great success with it, and some videos where guys complain about it. So I feel like if you just take the time to clean the plastic properly, remove all the oils and grease and whatnot, and you do light coats with the Duplicolor, I think it honestly should come out fine. And I'm just over this blue, and I really want to get started on this, and I just can't afford it at almost $20 a can. So we're gonna go pick up some Duplicolor. And while we're on that note, I do have like a Speed Perks rewards program, whatever. You can sign up for free with Advanced Auto. And this isn't a promotion or anything, but I'm just letting you guys know. I buy a lot of parts through them, and I basically get these coupons all the time in my email. It'll sometimes be a $5 coupon, sometimes it'll be a $10 coupon. So essentially what I did is I bought each of these cans. They were supposed to be like $9 and change. I got them each for about $3, and I don't know, you can't beat that for $3. So I'm $6 in so far on 2 cans. I'm gonna see how far that gets me. But actually, one thing I wanted to show you guys real quick, I was gonna make a whole video on it, but I don't know how I could really turn that into 10 minutes. So check this out. Big shout out to my boy at Parapi, I don't know if it's Parapi, on Instagram. Anyways, he posted a story the other day of his interior of his Prelude, and he had this thing in there. It was over here, and it fit a little different than how I got mine to fit. But guys, finally, a cup holder solution for the 3rd gen Prelude. It's just like this little piece of plastic thin stuff that wedges in between your seats. So what I do is I just, like I said, wedge it right in between the seat there. It's not perfect, and I really don't think it will interfere with the passenger seat because it doesn't hang over much, but it also doesn't interfere with the e-brake. So if I drop that down, it's not in the way. I have plenty of room to use that, as well as the shifter really doesn't get in the way even in reverse. It's all good there. So finally, a cup holder solution for the 3rd gen Prelude. If you guys want, I will throw a link down below to this product. It's on Amazon. I think it's like $6, $7 or something like that. But it will allow you to not only hold 2 drinks, but also, like, I don't know, your wallet, or maybe you're a YouTuber and you want to put your GoPro head strap thing in there. You guys get what I'm saying. We finally have an option for the 3rd gen Prelude with cup holders. And with that being said, I'm gonna swap over to the head mount GoPro and get a little POV as we make our way over to Advanced Auto. So let's do it. Start, we'll slam on our brakes, I guess. You know, I never understand why people in trucks, I guess there's a cop coming, but it happens all the time. Like, I'll never understand why people in trucks slam on their brakes. Like, bro, you literally sit higher than 90% of the cars on the road, and you can see far ahead than everyone else, and yet you still hit the brakes at the very last second. Like, you're either just not paying attention, or you just don't know how to drive a car. I'm not really sure. And then you're gonna slam on your brakes again because this guy, so you're just not paying attention. Like, you could easily hear that ambulance coming. Crazy. Fueled up, and lucky for me, oh gosh, holy right, Advanced Auto is just like right there across the street. So I'll see you guys once I have the paint, and we're on our way back home. Just got my 2 cans of paint, and may as well make use of these nice new little cup holders here, and boom, just like that. You can hold your nice cold refreshing drinks for your Duplicolor interior vinyl paint. Let's head back home. Say what up to the vlog one time, Josh.
Thank you, man.
Yo, I see you doing some work on the Civic.
Oh yeah, man. I'm trying to get the paint right, man.
That's right, dude. I'm doing it next, so.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What color are you gonna paint it?
Dude, who knows? I just want to get it looking right.
I like it. It looks good.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I mean, yeah. I don't. What color? I mean, it looks really good. The paint looks really nice. I don't. What color is it though?
Dude, to be honest, it's like NH27. I don't even know what it translates to though.
Damn.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm thinking something like white or cream.
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking the same thing too, man.
Hell yeah.
Because white just it pops and it looks really good.
Good,
really
man. Well,
nice.
Looks like you're getting along nicely.
Yeah, I still got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
A lot, but I mean, at the end, it'll be worth it. That's the thing. So I mean, for right now, it's just a process. But as I keep learning and stuff like that, it's all just gonna be knowledge that I'll use next time I go and I get another car that I need to paint or something.
Dude,
like
take notes from this guy right here. He knows what's up, man. Keep putting in the hard work, dude.
You too, man.
It looks good, man. I'll see you.
Have a good one.
Josh is a good dude. I met him actually last time I was up at that Advanced Auto Parts, and his Civic definitely did not look like that. It looks like he's been putting in some serious work on the paint, sanding it and whatnot. Oh, a little left-handed shifting here, and we got the red light. Sweet. So yeah, I wanted to make sure we got Josh in the vlog because he supports it. So Josh, if you're watching this, man, good luck on the paint, and just keep busting and it'll come out great. All right, we have 3 pieces out of the car currently. I've got this little handle that goes on the sunroof visor, and I've grabbed this piece, which is the molding that sits where the windshield meets the headliner. And then I've also grabbed this piece here, which is where the sunroof, the edging for the sunroof or the molding, what have you. And what's nice about this little test that I'm gonna do with these kind of pieces that I can easily find if I need to replace them if it comes out terrible. Each piece of plastic is a different texture. So the handle here is like a very hard plastic. This is somewhat rubbery, and yeah, it's definitely way different than that. And this is almost like a more sturdy, and I don't know if there's like a cloth or something, or used to be a cloth, but this has texture on it and it just gives it a weird edge. So I'm interested to see how the paint does on each of these 3 different ones. And I guess let's go ahead and start cleaning. I've grabbed some rubbing alcohol and some degreaser to get all the oils and grease off of these things. And that way we're working with a nice clean surface when we paint it. So I'll catch you guys when we're ready. First coat is on there, and I went super light on this whole thing. If you guys can tell, it's just barely sprinkled in black paint. That's the whole thing, I guess, with this type of interior dyeing, is you just want to do 2 or 3 light coats. And actually you're just pretty much doing light coats until you get full coverage. You really don't want this stuff to drip or have a texture to it when you're finished. So this is after the very first coat. No idea how many of these are actually going to take. The can does say it dries to the touch in 30 minutes and can be handled in an hour, and it can be recoated at any time. wow, this can covers approximately 12 to 14 square feet. So maybe one of these cans will go a lot further than I think. But I'm gonna give this, I don't know, maybe a minute or so, and then hit it again with the second coat. Okay, so here we have coat number 2, definitely quite a bit darker than that first coat. So I'm gonna do probably another 4, maybe even 5 coats on top of this, I'm not sure. And I'm gonna probably give about 2 to 3 minutes of drying time in between, because it is actually really warm outside. It's about 85 degrees. So I'm gonna let these dry and then hit them for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th coat, etc., until these are pretty much all black. All right, guys, it is the next morning, and I have let this stuff just dry overnight. I know it only takes about an hour, but I wanted to let the first round of items go through a full night's of drying, just that way I could get a good idea of what it's actually gonna look like. So without further ado, I've got a side-by-side of some stuff from the headliner that still needs to be painted and the stuff that I did yesterday. So here on the right side, we have the remaining pieces for the headliner, and on this side, we have what I basically accomplished yesterday, which was this piece which goes on the edge of the sunroof visor, the molding that goes around the sunroof, the first visor, little bits and pieces here, and here's a good little side-by-side comparison of the two. So obviously this one doesn't have a mirror, but outside of that, that would be the before and after. What I actually really like about this stuff, the black, is that it takes away a lot of that gloss that's in this, and just makes it look far more flat and less reflective too, which I think will just look a lot better and match with the headliner, the suede, and all that. So today what I want to do is, hopefully with the last can that I have remaining before I have to go out and buy more, is to get all of the headliner stuff done. So the other visor, and then these miscellaneous pieces here. What I will say about this, this switch assembly that goes for the dome light, I did basically take it all apart so that way I could get down to the plastic and then get everything painted thoroughly. So next up, I need to grab the rubbing alcohol, hit all this and clean it with some degreaser, and then we'll just go ahead and start laying down layers of paint. And then I'll catch up with you guys when all this is done and we're ready to put it back into the Prelude. I'll show you guys real quick as well the state of the Prelude's interior right now. So as you can tell, I've removed most of the headliner. Actually, yeah, now it's just kind of fully removed. There we go. So everything is taken off. Headliner, which for the record, guys, is holding up nicely. All these edges, and there are spots that are kind of peeling up, but it's really not too bad. And it's actually still tacky, so like, I'm sure you guys can hear that. So all I have to do is kind of just repress some of these edges down that are coming up. But on the underside, the side that is showing, you can't tell. I mean, the headliner still looks like it's in great condition. So went ahead and removed a bunch of the trim pieces so I could get this out and get all the little bits of pieces out of the headliner, so that way when I'm all done painting, we can look up and see nothing but black. All right, guys, it's been about an hour, almost 2 hours actually, and everything is very dry. Show you guys how it all came out. So here's a look at the visors. This would be a good representation of what the paneling inside the car will probably look like. Just because a lot of this is just like a rubber plastic, it's not really the same type of vinyl, whereas this is pretty similar to it. So overall, actually really happy with it. I don't see any tiger striping or any really imperfections. The only one that had some imperfections, and I don't even know if I can show you on camera, but it's this piece here. Yeah, you could probably see a little bit of blotchiness on there. And this is literally the only piece that came out like that. So I don't know if maybe I didn't do a good enough job getting the oil or wax and stuff off of it, but that's the only piece, or maybe it's just a different type of plastic, I'm not sure. But everything else came out really good. I did end up using both of those 2 cans of paint. I would say most of this took between 5 and 6 coats. The stuff that took a bit more were the visors, as well as this molding piece that kind of wraps around the sunroof, and that's just because it's a fibrous type of texture, so I wanted to make sure I was getting all the fibers covered and we weren't going to see any of that grayish tan, any of that. So overall, definitely really happy with the paint and glad I went with it instead of the more expensive option, because I'd already be about $35 including shipping in on this project, but instead I'm about $7 in on paint. So Big shout out to Duplicolor. I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back into the car. I'm not gonna show you guys that process, so I will catch up with you guys when everything is put back together, hopefully before the sun goes away, because I know we're supposed to get some rain and thunder, all that good stuff later. So I'm gonna try and hammer this out, put the Prelude back together, and I'll catch up with you guys then. All right guys, just finished up putting the entire interior back together. I would say I'm like 85% happy with how it came out, and I'll show you why. Overall, it definitely looks way better, especially like little things like the dome light, now just being black and not that gray. And I was even actually able to salvage the on-off sticker and put that back on there. So I'm actually hoping I'll be able to do that the same with like a lot of these stickers down here. But back up to where we were, the whole thing came out great. Actually this stuff, these I think is gonna stick really well. The issue that I'm having with this stuff is where they connect right here. So when I put the visor down, yeah, you could probably see when I put these little roundel things into that and they clip in, it peeled off a little bit of the paint, and I believe it did it, yeah, on both sides. So I either am gonna have to live with that or maybe do it again another time. So what I'm thinking is when the time comes and I have to do more portions down here, like the door handles, or not the handles, but the crank window handles and things that I'm gonna be touching a lot, I'm gonna probably use, and I may even just do this for all of the rest of the project, is get a primer to basically put on the plastic. So I'm gonna even get like a Scotch-Brite pad to rough up the plastic a bit, hit it with primer, and then hit it with 5 or 6 coats or whatever it ends up taking to get full coverage on the plastic. And that way I think it'll be a little bit less prone to abrasion and peeling off and stuff. But outside of that, the rest of it came out great. I'm like super stoked to finally just have black everywhere in here, well, at least on the top end. And it does look a little funky with like a black handle on this gray part, but what I'm gonna end up doing next is hitting all of these pillars here, running all the way back and to there. I'm gonna do the same suede fabric that I did on the headliner. Still trying to decide if I want to put that foam stuff underneath the suede on all this to give it more of that plush feel. So put it down in the comments, guys. What do you think would be better, to do the foam with the suede on top for the pillars, or just put the suede right onto the plastic? Those are pretty much the two options, but outside of that, definitely happy with how it's coming out. And for only 2 cans, I would say it's going a long ways. I think once I start hitting the panels, the bigger stuff like the dash, it is gonna take quite a bit of paint to actually do all that. And if I'm using primer as well, it's just gonna add on to the price. With that being said, I hope you guys learned something today. Just finished up right in time. It looks like we're about to start getting hit with some rain, so I'll go ahead and sign off here. If you guys have any questions, leave comments down below. If you got anything out of this video or just enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And as always, hit that subscribe button and bell notification so you know when I upload and just all that good stuff. You guys know what to do. But I'll see you next time. Keep elevating. Peace out.